Just 1 hour ago, an old video suddenly resurfaced and began haunting the timeline, shocking BTS fans around the world. No official announcement, no special celebration. Yet one clip, short, raw, but full of meaning, was enough to once again ignite the belief that the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook, better known as Jikook, is more than just mere fan service. The question now arises sharply: is this proof that Jikook has always been real, even eternal? The video, which is less than 2 minutes long, is actually not new. It first appeared years ago, when BTS was at the height of their world tour. In that video, Jimin is seen looking at Jungkook with an expression that is difficult to explain simply, between admiration, warmth, and something almost like longing. On the other side, Jungkook responds with a faint smile and a body gesture that seems spontaneous but full of care. No words, no confession. But it is precisely in that silence that many fans found resonance. What made this video go viral again? First, timing. Just hours earlier, BTS's official account released a deep-cut documentary snippet about the group's career journey, triggering a wave of nostalgia among ARMY. One segment showed a warm interaction between Jimin and Jungkook, which then led netizens to revisit old archives. In that whirlwind of nostalgia, this video reappeared and instantly became a hot topic of discussion. Second, context. In BTS's current post-military era, both the public and fans are hungry for validation about relationships, authenticity, and the closeness built over the years. When most interactions between members have become limited due to individual schedules, videos like this become visual proof that lives again. And because the video is unfiltered, not cinematically edited, it appears more credible to critical viewers. The resurfacing of this video also reopens a long-standing debate in the fandom. Is Jikook just friendship dynamics or something more? Proponents of the Jikook is real theory consider this video as strong evidence that needs no further narration. Body gestures that seem too natural, eye contact that is too deep, and emotional sync that is too sincere are seen as things that cannot be faked merely for the camera. On the other hand, skeptics argue that what is seen in the video could simply be a form of platonic affection typical of South Korean culture. They warn that reading too much into idol interactions risks creating unrealistic expectations and could violate the members' privacy. However, the allure of Jikook has never been about certainty, but about the ambiguity they display so naturally. What makes this video even more astonishing is its timing. Only 1 hour passed, and in a seemingly accidental way. It instantly became a trending topic on various social platforms. Micro-expression analyses, hand positions, and eye contact once again flooded the timeline like emotional detectives trying to solve the mystery of two hearts. This phenomenon is not the first of its kind. Throughout BTS's career, the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook has had its own spotlight. They are not an official couple, nor a subunit duo, but their chemistry has consistently sparked recurring viral waves, almost like a natural cycle. From leaked backstage moments to onstage interactions that appear too emotional to be mere acting, all have become fuel for a narrative that continues to thrive in the fandom. What sets this incident apart is its instant impact. Within just 1 hour, the video had already been viewed over 1 million times on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. The discussion is no longer limited to teenagers or die-hard fans, but also includes pop culture analysts, communication psychologists, and entertainment journalists interested in the dynamics between fandom and idols. This proves that Jikook is not just a fanfiction subject, but also a social phenomenon that cannot be easily dismissed. Yet the main question still lingers in the air. Does this video truly prove that Jikook is real and eternal? The answer, as always, depends on the perspective we choose to adopt. For those who believe intimacy doesn't always need to be announced, this video is a form of silent confession. For the more rational, it's nothing more than nostalgia wrapped in collective longing. One thing is certain. This video once again proves one truth, regardless of its factuality. The power of a narrative built by emotion and visuals cannot be underestimated. Even without words, even without a script, two people can create a story that leaves a mark and continues to be revived by millions of hearts that believe. And perhaps that's where Jikook's eternity lies, not in its reality, but in the belief that something that appears sincere deserves to be believed. Now, after an hour filled with frenzy and theories, all we can do is wait. Not for answers, but for the next moment, another video, another glance, or another silence that makes us ask again, was Jikook always real? The sudden virality of this old video in such a short time has sparked not only joy and nostalgia, but also a fundamental unease. Are we witnessing an unexpected moment of authenticity, or is this merely part of a fabricated narrative shaped by algorithms, fandom bias, and the drive to create sensation? The Jikook phenomenon is not just about two BTS members. With emotional closeness, it has evolved into a kind of symbol of hope, a romantic projection, and even a form of escapism amid a reality that is sometimes too dull or harsh. But in the midst of the frenzy flooding social media, we need to pause and ask, why is this video going viral now? Who benefits from its virality? Is it pure coincidence or part of a broader media agenda? Netizens' reactions to the video vary greatly. Some cry with emotion, feeling validated that their feelings all this time were real. Others feel annoyed, accusing the fandom of exaggerating and creating unrealistic narratives. But perhaps the most important question is not whether Jikook is real, but rather, how much are we letting our perceptions and personal desires shape the truth we want to believe? We live in an era where the boundary between fact and opinion is increasingly blurred. A short video can be interpreted in countless ways. A look can be seen as love or simply casual familiarity. Then, when these interpretations go viral, spiced up with dramatic editing, emotional background music, and sentimental narration, how far can we still distinguish reality from fabrication? Are we truly seeing evidence? Or do we just want to see evidence? This is a crucial question that must be answered reflectively, especially in a fandom context that is deeply emotional. We cannot ignore that this information comes from various public platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other community media, each with its own agenda, perspective, and potential for content manipulation. We also must honestly admit that behind the narrative, Jikook is always real, lies a massive industry. The fanbase industry, content economy, monetization of trends, and algorithms engineered for emotional engagement. So it's fair to ask, is this viral because it touches genuine emotions, or because there's a vested interest in making it viral? In this hyper-fast digital environment, information is often consumed without pause, without verification, without context. A viral video can be clipped out of context, manipulated visually or narratively. As media consumers, we have a responsibility to ask, do I have enough context before believing this video? Am I interpreting something based on facts or based on my own desires? Who stands to gain if I believe that Jikook is real? Perhaps the most dangerous thing is not whether Jikook is real or not, but how this narrative can blur our ability to think critically. Beneath all the euphoria, there must be awareness that fandom can also become an echo chamber, a place where beliefs are reinforced not because of evidence, but because of massive repetition.